life in slow hell. Different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sun shining 3 damn days. I wish I had a good girl to miss me. All I wanna ever, never change my ways. I put you away. How do you, what the heck? How do you, how do you copy it? Why is it not let, oh. Alright, let's get it. Wait. Just in case I want to play killer. Wait. Go back. Do you have to go back to switch to killers? I thought you didn't have to do that, I thought. I thought you could just hit a button. I need to eat something, dude. I'm feeling sick in my stomach. I haven't ate all day. Bro, canker sores hurt like a mother ever. I have it right here. Right there, you probably can't really see it. It's a big ass sore. You know what I did? I put salt directly on that thing. And burn. Burn. Burn like hell. Bro, I'm such a flirt, man. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I pretty much flirt with anything that walks and it's a female. I pretty much, I don't know. I got problems, dude. Like, I love being single, don't get me wrong. But I also love to, like, just be able to talk to whoever I want to talk to and just flirt. I know it sounds kind of bad. Am I afraid of commitment? No, I can be committed. I like having freedom? Yeah. I'm not like I'm shy, but I'm not at the same time. Like if I think a girl is cute, I'm not gonna like be like super weird in public, but like I'm gonna go up like, hey, you single? And she said yeah. I'm like, you want to change numbers to go out? And if I get rejected, it is what it is. I've been rejected before. It's fine. There's probably a lot of girls that have told me like that they're married and actually not married. I wonder how many girls have told me, yeah, I got a boyfriend and I'm married, and they wasn't really married. That's fine. Like rejection, I don't care, because if I get rejected, I feel like it's God's protection. So wasn't meant to be, baby. Wasn't meant to be, right? They could, maybe it was just not just that they just didn't think I was attractive or whatever, but maybe it was something else saying no, don't do it. Don't do it. She's toxic. She's gonna cheat on you. She's gonna bang your best friend. I'm telling you, man. If white chocolate mocha, y'all don't understand. Hot, not cold. Y'all kids nowadays like this cold coffee. Ain't no coffee. I'll drink it. I mean, it's not like I think it's disgusting. I just don't think cold coffee should be a thing, really. I don't think. Who wants? I mean, I don't know. Some people like cold pizza. So who knows? My mom loves cold pizza. Ugh. And let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Ranch don't belong on pizza and pineapples don't belong on pizza. What is wrong with you guys? Ugh. You guys are disgusting, bro. You guys might as well eat a girl out on her period. Oh, that's even worse. Ugh. Ugh. I don't even want to think of that, dude. I grew up in a house full of females. I'm the only boy and I'm the baby. And I have all sisters. And going in the bathroom and when they're on their period, oh, that smells like freaking death. Oh man. I can't believe people really be eating girls out on their period. Just the smell of it makes me gag. They're trying to get their little, what they call it, angel wings, red wings. I don't know. There's another saying that people. He's gonna try to tell him because he don't have no hooks. Or he don't have no, he's got one hook. I wasn't paying attention, I was looking at something. Lord, I know that I ever changed my way. All of me loves all of you. Can't moonwalk that way at all right now to save my life. Oh, she's almost dead. I'm over here trolling. Alright, we gotta make a play here. Good plays, guys. Good plays. I didn't even get chased once that game. If my face is really red, it's because I have my saturation on my camera pretty high. Bringing out a lot of the colors. I'll give you all of me. Nice. Great team, man. Great team. You guys all get that. Great team. Really well played. I'm warning you guys. I've been playing this game 9 years. I'm warning you guys. I've been playing this game 9 years. I have probably around 8,000 hours if you're counting on my console, all my platforms. And in my 9 years of playing this game, and around 8,000 hours, I probably have 8,000 hours on Survivor. I maybe got 200 on Killer. I'm just warning you guys. I'm not a Killer main. I'm a Survivor main. I'm getting into Killer a little bit more this year because I'm enjoying it a little more, especially with the Hunters. But my 9 years of playing this game, I just didn't really enjoy Killer much, so I didn't play Killer. So, you guys are probably going to see really bad performance here. That's fine, though. I really enjoy playing with the Huntress. She's slow, though. Very slow. And the fact that you can throw her hatchets over certain obstacles that you can see over, I think is dumb. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the goal. That's the goal, is to get my first rank 1 on Survivor and Killer. I ain't never been rank 1 or red rank with both of them. I ain't never made it to red rank with Killer. That's how you know I don't play Killer like that. And then if I get like a good team, well, this is not the map I wanted. If I get a good team, it's a wrap for me. Like, this is a wrap. If I go against anybody that's around my skill level as a Survivor, it's a wrap. Like, it's a GG, man. I let them go at that point. My aim's gonna be horrible, too. Yuji is horrible for a while. You want me to chase you? Now, sometimes my aim is really, really off. That's because there's no crosshair like Call of Duty, right? You don't have a little dot in front of show your center of your screen, and you bring up your hat, it's kind of to the left of your screen. So sometimes I'm trying to figure out where my center of my screen is, and I just can't figure it out sometimes. So I just throw it way off. But usually I end up figuring it out as the games go on. know why she camped it. That is not what you want to do. She did everything right. And then when she got, then as I was making it around, she camped the pallet. You don't camp the pallet against a huntress. That is a big no-no. She about to go to death hook. What is this team doing? They're getting her off the hook before her? Wow. Okay. They're not even getting her off the hook. Don't get her off the hook. What's Adam doing? Come on, Adam. I'm not gonna tunnel you. I would be so mad if I was Laura right now, if I was that Laura. I mean, this game's over probably. They're not doing nothing. That hit? Okay. Okay. I have no idea how that hit. Where's Adam at, dude? I haven't seen this guy at all. Well, I also haven't been over there. But it doesn't take that long to get a gen down. You let your teammate die on the hook. Every time I play Huntress, I get an inside map. Doesn't fail. I'm telling you, man. I can't do a cross. Usually on the outside map, even if I don't hit them across the map on a gen, as long as the hatchet flies near them, they're gonna panic and get off the gen. And that's exactly what I want. Stop your moaning and groaning. You sound like you're getting D up the butt. I don't think getting hooked is that pleasant, bud. Wait, how would I know? It's crazy. Whip, 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 whip. Adam! If I can't find him, that's fine, I guess. You know what? I don't want you, I want Adam. Where's he at? Today's your lucky day, because I'm not gonna hook you yet. I want Adam. I feel bad, because they shouldn't be in my lobby. You can tell they're newer survivors. Well, the other one can moonwalk a little bit. That don't mean nothing, but moonwalking is a hard skill to learn. Where you at, Katie slut? Where you at? There's my little slut. How you doing? You ain't got your slutty outfit on today. Looks like that generator tire has seen some better days. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at me like that. What's wrong with you? moonwalk too, yeah. So moonwalking doesn't mean you're a good player, okay? I want to clarify that. It does not mean you're a great player. But I will say this: if moonwalking tells me that she has hours in the game, and hours enough to be able to moonwalk a little bit. Moonwalking is not easy. It's not an easy skill to learn. Very, very hard. It took me 5 years to learn how to do it. Like to learn how to do it smoothly. It's not for everybody. Not everyone can do it. It's really extremely hard, especially on controller. It's extremely hard to do. And moonwalking doesn't really give you an in-game advantage. It just looks flashy. But it can allow you to set yourself up for some cool 360 spin moves, make the killer miss. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I moonwalked backwards with a flashlight, and then 360 and the killer missed, and I was able to get to a pallet and survive. It happens more times than none. I will say that. But like I said, moonwalking does not mean she's good at the game. She's a good looper. She's okay, but I don't think she's like very, very great. But I know I can tell that she has hours in the game, and moonwalking is something that she really learned. She can't. Now it doesn't seem like she can do it very long, but she can do it long enough. And it might be on console. Oh, give me that vagina, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my keyboard and I'm gonna play a game of Survivor, and I'm going to show people. I'm gonna teach as I'm playing. Sometimes when I teach as I'm playing, I play like crap because I'm so distracted trying to show. But I actually teach newer players on how to play Survivor. Now, like I said, killer, I'm trying to learn. I'm not that great of a killer. All right, but Survivor, I've been playing Survivor for 9 years, so. I've been playing the game for 9 years, and like I said, 98% of it's Survivor. And I've learned a lot over the years from other players, and just picking up on things and tips and tricks along the way, and how to loop better, and hugging your loops tightly, and moonwalking. Moonwalking took me a long time to learn. So we're gonna pull up my keyboard here so y'all can see. My keyboard. Don't do that, huh? Sable, look, man, I hate to do it to you, Sable, but don't be that Sable, because you know the saying, not always disabled, but always disabled, right? What rhymes with Sable? Disabled. Alright, turn my camera a little bit. Yeah, there's my PC right there. That thing is a base. That's a $4,000 PC that I built. It's got a I think it's like a 360 AIO cooler in it, and RTX 5070 with a processor CPU of i9 13900K with a DDR5 clocked at 7,000 speed. 5 terabytes. My motherboard has 5 M.2 slots, guys. 5 SSD M.2 slots for my motherboard. That's just, I've never seen a motherboard have that freaking many. So not only can I have 5 M.2 SSD chips, but I can also get the SSD cards for my case. Dude, because nobody uses hard drives anymore, right? So I have 2 M.2s in my PC. I'm about to get more, but yeah, I have 2 right now. So these 2 right here are my M.2s. I do have a hard drive that I put in there just for like storage and pictures and videos or whatever. I just put that in there. I don't care about that being stupidly quick. So these are my SSDs just for like video editing stuff and pictures and just stuff that I don't want to clog up my the drives that I use the most. These are where all my games are at. SSDs, M.2s. But I'm about to get, cause like I said, my motherboard supports up to 5, so I'm about to get 2 more. 2 terabyte of chip. That one's only 1 terabyte of chip. So sometimes my timing's a little fast, a little slow. I thought he was vaulting back. Good patience. I wasted that pallet. That was don't do that mistake. That was a mistake on my part. That was kind of a rookie mistake there. Should have just taken it down after the shack pallet. That was my mistake. I didn't hear him coming. I messed up when I thought he was doubling back through the window, so I went around it, but he didn't double through the window. Yeah, that was my mistake. I don't make that many mistakes. Not mistakes like that. That's rookie mistakes right there. I would rather take them down and then throw a shack pallet. I thought I could dodge it, though. You don't want to tell me. I promise that'll be the worst thing you ever do. You may have got me down, fairly quickly the last time, but you will regret it if you take me. I promise. I promise, man. I need to be healed though, but no, I don't need to be healed. I don't ever jump in lockers unless I really have to. Now, a pro tip for a lot of new players: don't panic and jump off this ledge. What you want to do is play that window. You want to play the window right there. So I'm gonna wait for him to come up. I mean, I played it well, but he went that way instead of that way, so that was a good play on his part. I probably should have faked it, but good play. And he played that well. But still, you have a better chance to play the window than you do jumping off the ledge. This is only my second game on Survivor though, so we're still warming up. Nah, if I get quiet, I'm locked in. Like, I'm not going down if I get stupid quiet. I'm like really, really focused. Like I said, so what you want to do is wait for the killer to go all the way up the stairs, and then right here you have this little barricade, this window, and them over there. This separates you and them. So if you don't have life and you get stunned, and you don't have balance landing or life or anything, this is gonna buy you some time to get away. But he went this way last time instead of this way, and I didn't wait long enough for him to get up the stairs. You want to wait for him to kind of commit to this this like fence area. And then you want to jump the window. But he's gonna try to jump the window too, I think. That's not gonna be good. That's unfortunate, man. It's a unfortunate hit. That's a real unfortunate hit. No, doing that ain't gonna work against me, bro. My game himself. That's what I like to see. What the fuck was that? I mean, good hit. That was a good hit. I don't understand that. The hunters wouldn't be able to throw over that. I don't understand the difference between Springtrap and a Huntress. The Huntress, a half of the loop that you can see over, you cannot throw a hatch over, but him you can. How is that a thing? All right. I didn't think he could throw over that. Hunters can't. Why could he? Good hit. Yeah, I think we need to play. I think, never mind. Yeah, let's play. We're gonna play one more game. Let's survive. We gotta play a couple more games of Survivor, man. I gotta get warmed up. Like usually my first few games are kind of rough, and then I try to lock in, but I have to focus a lot of times. Like if I'm gonna lock in, I have to get quiet. I can't talk. It's weird. Like if I'm talking or someone distracts me, or I'm in a voice chat with somebody, I play like when I'm playing with friends. A lot of times I play like crap because like if we're in Discord and we're like talking about like your day-to-day life and stuff, yeah, it ain't gonna be good. Not for me. I can't multitask. I can't talk. I can't text and talk to somebody in person. Can't do none of that. Okay, I'm gonna release this update tonight. So let me check out. I don't even remember what update we're on. I want to say we're on 1.50, right? $1.51. All right. Yeah, some people know I'm a programmer. Let me go change the file to 1.52, and then the GitHub, that is going to be. So what I do to allow people to get an in-game, so there's 53,000 people that play my mod every day, or well, that have it installed and they play it. You know, a lot of people still actively play it. I think people that actively play it is every day like 30,000. So I use GitHub because I have a callout version checker on there. I have a mod checker, and when I update that, because it's in my code, everyone has this in their code, you know. When I update that to the new version, it's going to give them an in-game notification that there is a new version out and to download when possible. So when I update it, and I update that GitHub, they are going to get an in-game notification, and Grand Theft Auto, when they go to play, they're going to get an in-game notification that new update's available. And it's going to show the new update, and it's going to show the last update being version 1.51. So this game has the worst fucking hitboxes in any game I've played. In my whole 9 years playing this game. Alright. Like, make that make sense. How the hell are you getting hit through a pallet when you get a stun? Like, you should not get hit through anything if you get a stun. Alright, we're done raging. Let's lock in. For real though, I think some of these hitboxes are so dumb. I don't understand why the hitboxes are lacking so far behind your character. I used to rage like that, but dude, I get hit through more shit than anybody in this fucking game. Alright, I'm done raging. And I'll say it like 5 times. How you doing, bud? you do that? I normally don't rage like that. I'm really laid back, but I'm telling you, man, most of my downs, if I didn't get hit when I'm already over the pallet or stun a killer or 5 feet through a window, I probably would never go down. There's nobody in this game that gets hit through more windows when I'm like 10, 20 feet through it, or a palace or whatever, than me. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. The game, they're trying to cancel me. But hey, behavior. If you're looking for a new developer, give me a call. I would love to join your team. I've been doing this 14 years. Give me a call. You came out of nowhere, my darling. Oh! I didn't see it. I forgot that was there. Once again, because I got a slow ball, I still get hit 3 feet through the window. Yeah, you really feels accomplished. I ran into a barrel. Weird. I'm glad you feel accomplished that I basically just fucked myself. Come on, buddy. We're gonna warm up though, I'm not worried. Some days I play really good, some days I don't play as good. I mean, you know, a lot of my downs right now are by mistake. The killer's not doing shit. It's by mistake. I'm just not making good decisions. And that's not taking shades at him, but for you to sit there and stare me on the hook like that, when it wasn't even, you're not even the reason that I went down. I literally just got stuck. If I die here, it is what it is. As long as I get this gen done, I don't care. I'll take an L. Good thing is, she hasn't even been hooked yet. I know she's gonna come here. Now we cleanse, but we don't cleanse by the door. They need to add a feature for you to be able to shut the sound effects off for her puking. A lot of people don't like that. It don't bother me. So moonwalk is pretty easy. You wanna go AD, 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 and smooth timing. Not too fast, not too slow, and to be able to turn like this. It's been a while, so I don't really turn much, but I'm gonna try it. So to be able to turn like that, you just gotta hold down one key a little bit longer. And the reason I run a flashlight is not to be toxic, but when you hit it, the flashlight, it gives you your character turns around, right? And that allows you to move walk this way into a 360, whatever, make a miss, you know. And I do be making a miss a lot when I do that. You know, do this, woo, whoop. And then you can do it like, my favorite effect is this. See if I can do it. You know, that little slow motion. Try. Usually, sometimes I can do it pretty well, but you always want to start your moonwalk slow. So you always want to start it when you move. I mean, not your moonwalk, but your 360. Try to slow the spin and then pick up the speed. Like I said, normally I play really good. Normally I stay alive a lot longer. Normally my looping's better, but right now it's just a little bit rusty because I've been playing other games. No excuse, but it's just gonna take me a little while to. It's not that I'm looping bad. I'm not making good decisions. You know, I'm not connecting my loops like I normally would. My path into my loops right now. Normally I have good pathing from loop to loop and keep chaining my loops together. But right now, I'm having a tough time using my big brain up here. You know, like I said, being a good looper, like there's a lot of players I know that are very, very good players and very good loopers. But no matter how good of a looper you are, it comes down to your decision making. So if you're trying to get good at killer or survivor, here's a couple tips I can give you. Check spots. The shack, for example. You know how the shack has that boarded up window? That's a perfect example of a check spot to see if the killer is going to go through and cut you off. It's a good spot. Corners. Remember, you're in third person. Hide behind a corner. You can see him. He can't see you. That's another example of a check spot to see what's going on. You know, breaking line of sight, like against a nurse, right? Good pathing, being able to have good pathing, like taking a window and always making sure you get yourself ready for a fastball. Always give yourself a fastball. Try to always give yourself a fastball. So if you have a pallet here and then a window here, obviously you're gonna take the pallet side and come around to the window, right? You're not gonna come through this way because now you can't get a fastball. So always set yourself up for that. And if you have those two windows, the ones that are right here and right here, then you want to loop it inside. And a good killer will go inside to cut you off. But you want to try to go inside to get your two vaults in that window. Zoning. Don't get zoned. If you're at a corner of a map, don't let a killer break a pallet at the end of a map with your back faced against it outside the map. Because now you have nowhere else to go. He's going to break the pallet and you're dead. Try to be on the other side so you have the whole map to go to back to the center of the map. So you have check spots, good pathing, zoning. Being able to look behind you is another big thing. You don't have to look behind you as much as I look behind myself, but when you're just try to look ever so often, just try to see what the killer's doing. I look behind myself a lot. Like I can vault the window without even looking at it because I know a lot of these layouts. But the most important tip for new players is looking behind you, staying calm, don't panic, and trying to hug your loops tightly. I'm gonna show you guys next game on how I hug my loops tightly without getting hung up. You want to hold down like if you're going forward, you want to hold down like A and W, and then like S and W. Like, what can I throw over that? I don't understand some of these hitboxes on the Huntress, bro. Like, I can clearly see them. My hitbox is like literally hitting an invisible barrier. I think that's so dumb. I need to turn my saturation down on my face. My camera is really high. I have it high. Oh, they had a chance. And they were, oh yeah, she was over there too. And the only reason I'm decent at killer is because I'm a survivor main, and I'm a pretty skilled survivor main, and I try to put myself in their shoes and think about what they're gonna do. Even if they're not good, I try to think about what they might do. I feel like killer is a lot easier if you're a survivor main or you play more survivor, because I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier to counter what they're gonna try to do. I'm not gonna tunnel her though. Just don't quit. I like how slow that looked. Yeah, I'm not gonna tunnel her because I don't wanna. There's two things you're gonna see that I won't do. 3 things. I don't tunnel. Well, 4 things. I don't face camp. I don't tunnel. I don't slug. And the most important thing is you're never gonna see me do this. At the Huntress, I don't M1. You're only gonna see hatches. Doesn't matter how close I am to them. Doesn't matter if I'm gonna lose a game. You're not gonna see me with M1. I don't do that. You would never see me M1 unless we're like farming and they want me to down them and I'm just right there in front of them and hanging out with them. That's different. But if I'm actually trying, I'm never gonna M1. I hear her crying. Rippers? The hell did they go? Wow, I mean, good play. Thought she was gonna hang around. They still haven't got her off the ground yet? I'll go get you off the ground, okay? I'll come get you off the ground, let you wiggle out. I hit that? I did not think I was gonna hit that, bro. Oh my god. What a freaking shot. Somebody clip that. Oh my god. I know that wasn't like all that fancy, but I just threw it. like, I literally just threw it like right over this piece of rock here and hit it. And I threw it so quickly and flicked. One thing that's really satisfying about the Huntress is the hatchet sound effect when you land a hatchet, and being able to throw a hatch down somebody and look away, like being able to flick. There's nothing more satisfying than that. I'm telling you right now. And I'm sorry if I talk fast sometimes. Sometimes my brain, it's just the way my brain is. I don't know what it is. I've had CAT scans on my brain and stuff, and you know, when I was young and everything, and I had, you know, I had some issues when I was young, some health issues, but sometimes my brain likes to sometimes my brain makes me speak words before I think about what I'm trying to say, or I'm trying to get too much information out at the same time. That's how the doctor explained it is. I'm trying to get as much information. I'm trying to like, I'm speaking too much than what my mouth can keep up with, or like my brain is feeding so much information that I need to get out, and I think I have to get it out right then and there. Like I have no time to wait. I have to get it out. It's kind of weird. I forgot what he said it is, but I usually don't get into like that, you know, medical issue stuff. But to me, it doesn't seem like I'm talking fast. But when I play back a record of me talking, I can't even understand what I'm saying. I'm like, I said that? I don't even know what I'm saying. But sometimes it happens when I start to get a little excited, or I'm just trying to get much information out, or I'm trying to say something before I get cut off by somebody, or so I don't get cut off. But when I get excited, when I'm playing the game and I get excited, I tend to talk a lot faster. You know, when I get excited or I'm happy, that's a good thing, I guess. It's good to be happy, right? Life's great, man. Got great jobs. I have like 3 jobs. You know, I'm financially in a good position. My guitar's back here, made me a lot of money. I have a wonderful family. Can't complain, man. The only thing I'm missing is kids of my own and a wife of my own, but that will come one day. That'll come one day. That little bit of moonwalk helped me. Dude, they might beat me. They're actually doing Jin pretty well. Oh my lord. That's not good. I mean, they're playing well. Oh, that was gonna hit too. That would have hit too. I just threw it too high. We got a Sakura kill here. It's a bot anyways. See you later. We need to put pressure on. Good thing is two people are on death hook. That's the good thing. No, that ain't gonna work. I was gonna say I need to force a 3-gen situation, but that ain't gonna work because they need 1 gen. That has a chance. Got him off the gen, did I? Even if I don't hit these cross maps, if I can get close to the gen and they see the hatch, they're more than likely gonna get off. In that situation, all I can do is just stop bringing up my hatchet, get close to them, make them panic, and throw down a pallet. Now, if it's a good player, they're gonna try to vacuum the pallet, which means they're gonna try to act like they're gonna run past it and then back it back into it, make me think that they're gonna keep running, or they're gonna give me a little fake, like a little pause, and then keep running. That's how people are gonna stop me as a huntress. If they keep giving me like a little fake at the pallet and make me hesitate, yeah. We're gaining a little pressure, and Deadman Switch is trying to help bail us out. Oh, I have the chance. What I don't mean it has a chance to hit somebody. Either there's somebody on that gen or not. I just mean it has a chance that someone's on the gen has a chance to do something. Or even scare him off the gen. She seems really fast. She played it well though. I missed the easiest hatches, and then the last hatch I just hit was the hardest one I just connected on. I missed easy hatches I heard, then I hit the most difficult one. I have a feeling this guy is gonna wait for the hatch. Oh, I was about to say, I downed somebody? I was about to say. He wait for hatch. Let me give me my little nicotine pouch here. I thought I downed somebody. I can't stand players like this that just want to think about themselves. Instead of going to get her off the hook and get more blood points, they'd rather just find a hatch. I mean, that's selfish if you ask me. He's the type of player that's probably gonna stand over the hatch and wait for me to get there and. I don't care if he escapes. Oh. Close. If I had a crosshair though, I can see why they don't have a crosshair. That would be kind of easy, man. You could just line up the center of the screen and just launch that thing. Come on, man, open the door. So bright over here, all this fog. When you close the hatch, you can't open the door yourself as a killer. What are you doing? What's he doing? Bro, you ain't gonna have no time to get out. What are you doing? Alright, jeez. Hiding in a locker? What's the worst that gonna happen? I let you go, you die. Anyways. Okay. But who knows? Maybe he's got a kid. You know, maybe he's got a kid. Maybe he had to attend to his kid, right? My God, I'm getting put in lobbies with people that that just started getting their feet wet in the game. Not judging them. We're almost to P100 on our James. We got our David. We're almost to there with our baby girl. So like I said, I've been programming for a little while, and like I said, once you learn the syntax, and I went to online school for website development, and like I said, I just made this yesterday just because I wanted to, with JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. I'm gonna show you. It's a little sidebar navigation using JavaScript and CSS. So when you hit this button, it opens up your little side nav. You got a little hover effect, and it pushes your content over so you can still see the content on the page. It doesn't block it. So if I deleted this or commented out, whatever, you see it gets hidden. No, that would. Who wants to be able to have? That would make no. I mean, it would be dumb, right? To hide the information. So I thought, let's push it. You know, let's have it pushed back. So this is pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. I know I've been doing websites longer than video game. But here's the most important thing about video game stuff. Like I said, it's your syntax. But, for example, exclamation point means something's not active or something don't exist. So right here we have if arrived. So we're checking if arrived, if we have arrived on scene, and transaction is not active. Then it's slow to stop. Can perform driver maneuver. Do not transaction underscore worker. So we're checking that if they're not, if she's not getting, if they haven't communicated yet, and the driver has not talked to the prostitute or whatever, she hasn't. Then we'll make sure that when they stop, with slow stop, let's make sure the car move over to the side of the road and wait. Then we can do the transaction. It's gonna be a success and it's gonna be true. Then we'll load and wait, and then we'll break it. So if she either has a chance to get in the car or don't. If she doesn't, we break it. Car goes on by his little merry way, and then it runs the loop again, and it's a random number, so she can get in the first car, maybe she gets in the 10th car. It's all random. And then when she gets to the car, it breaks, and then it goes into our traffic stop call out. So it's pretty simple stuff. The programmer can get a little bit more intensified. It's like learning a new language, but if you learn the syntax first, it becomes so much easier to understand. So, like, if I want something to be true, I can say, if I don't know, if pet is not, if we can say, like, if not active, then we can go in there and say active true, right? Or if not true, make true. Or if ped does not exist, then spawn ped. Or if ped don't exist, ped dot dismiss or whatever. So we're basically taking something that we're checking if something don't exist and making them exist. Or if ped exists, dismiss. If we don't check that something exists before we dismiss it, the game will crash. I don't know where he was at. I'm lagging. So yeah, to all the new players out there, if you crouch by a window, he can't hit you with his little whippy whip. Good play. I thought he was gonna go through. Is he stream typing? How did he know she was there? That was a good, decent chase. So like this, we're checking right here. See how we have an exclamation point? We're basically checking if game.localplayer.character is not in a vehicle and distance to the parked car dot position is less than 5 float away, then we can begin the traffic stop and break it. And that would delete the marker. If function.get pull over suspect function.current pullover and pardon. And we can open that up, and that's gonna be while running. And then right here we're checking if active interaction is not equal to null. If active interaction.cleanup is ready to break. So we have to check if something's not equal to null, because if we just miss something or delete something that doesn't exist, that's an automatic crash. That's in any game, even Dead by Daylight. That's how they do it too. Because if you gotta check if something's not null before you can dismiss code or dismiss text. It's like in Dead by Daylight terms, it's like if player is not on the hook, if player is not on the hook, if player is on a hook, disable their functions, right? That's just something they would do. Meaning you can't use your key or nothing, you're disabled basically while you're on the hook because you can't do nothing. This game's over. My teammates are letting me down. Play. I was hoping you were gonna get him off the hook. It's always a Sable quitting. Always. Is he stream sniping? No. But I'm saying he just does where everybody's at. It seems like every time he hooks me, barbecue and chili wouldn't have been taking effect. He's just trying to slug now, man. This is what bad killers do. They like to slug. You're slugging with 3 gens left. He's not even that good. I don't know how they're struggling so bad against him. Game's over. He's slugging. Typical bad killers, man, and bad teammates. Yeah. Typical bad killers, man. This is what every killer does that's bad. You're slugging with 3 gens left, dude. I can see maybe 1 gen. Typical console players, man. This is how console players play. I know he ain't talking about me. Technically, I did DC. They gave me the option to a ban. This guy is talking shit. He doesn't have 700 hours in the game. Technically, I did DC. I don't DC. You can't call it DC when you give the option to a ban. I'm just saying. We would have never been in that boat if you would have got off the gen and go get him. When I was in chase. Anna, huh? Canada. The dude talked shit and then left. That's a typical coward move, to talk shit, get the last word, and leave. That is such a coward move. They were all like really bad players, every one of them. Oh, okay, GG's. And technically, I wasn't sweating. Sweating for a 4K, that's not sweating. Slugging, there's nothing There's nothing sweaty about slugging. Absolutely not. Like I said, I 1v1 anybody for money. So if that killer thinks he's good, we can 1v1. We can put money up. We can put $500 a game. And that's not being salty. I just like to 1v1 people. So, but they don't ever want to 1v1 me. Like if you're that good and you're that confident in your skill, let's run it. Let's go. Let's run it up. What? Like that was probably the worst Nims I've ever played against. And that's not being salty. That's just a fact of the matter. But, you know, you can stay on PlayStation where you belong. Of course, here we go. Getting an inside map every time with the hunters. And then later we'll play some 7 Days to Die. I love 7 Days to Die. I hate when the gym's over here. How did he get a stun on that? How many tokens do you need for paint res? So the tokens go down though, right? When I get down to 0, that's when it works, right? I don't remember. I'm not really a killer main like that. I always throw it too fucking high, man. Every time. I either throw it too low or too high. It's like I'm always looking down, I'm always looking up, for whatever reason. And they're not even getting him off the hook. That's crazy. Now, like I said, I'm a developer, right? I suck at map design. I'm not a good map designer. You gotta be very creative with maps. I'm not an animator, and I'm not a 3D artist. That's why I haven't made my own game yet. Because if I make my own game, I gotta do all that by myself. And I'm not, that's a lot. You gotta be talented in everything, right? Now, if somebody is a 3D artist and animator and can design weapons and stuff, like I would love to. I probably should have let him go because he got in Deathhook, but like I want to make a survival game. I would like to make a survival game, but if I could find somebody to make the models like that you know, an axe or you know a refined pickaxe and stuff, I could make a survival game. But I can't do. I'm not like this model right here, this hatchet. That's a model, right? So the modeling team does this, and then you got the animator that animates everything, and then you got the program team that does the programming to make it work, which is what I would be doing. And like Dead by Daylight, like behavior, I guarantee every one of their perks has its own class. They keep it all organized. That's the best way to do it. But I would love to work with behavior. It's fun. I could do it, but not if I can't work from home. That would be difficult. Yeah, I have to go to Canada. You know what I mean? I need to get a haircut. They're not even getting their teammates off the hook. What's going on? There we go. Rusty dog? Rusty doggy dog. I always get inside math with the hunter, man. I know they're gonna pop that gen over there. They're trying to. Where's she at? Dave. Fuck my pussy. I don't care if it gets hatched. Sick model. boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I teach music too. Mostly kids. I usually don't teach them music theory because I don't want to overwhelm them, but if they want to learn music theory, that's always an option. So, my love. So, music theory is pretty easy. If I'm in a key of G, and music theory in the major scale, so everything's built off the major scale. So if your 2, 3, 6 is always minor, your 1, 4, 5 is always major, your 7th is diminished, which we don't really use. So if I'm in a key of G sharp major, I'm a little out of tune, but I'm not going over there and tuning it right now. So maybe I will, because it's kind of bothering me. Should be better. And it's a little staticky because I got my distortion up pretty high. Plus, still learning that pedal board. So you got G major, and here's a major scale, so it's like do, re, mi. And keep going up to the octave, to the other octave. So I just played 3 octaves right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, G. Here's your 1 octave. Keep going up. Here's your other octave. There's the other octave. So you got your 1, G major. Your 2 is always gonna be minor. A minor. 3 minor. B minor. 4 is C major. Your 5 is D major. Your relative minor is gonna be E minor. That's where the natural minor scale comes from. And you diminish back to G. So, and a minor chord comes from flattening the third. So 1, 2, 3, or B is flattened down to B flat or A sharp. That's where this G major, G minor. So that's where the minor and major chords come from. The natural minor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is E minor, because they had the same note. So So to play the minor scale, you instead of playing G to G, if you're in the key of G major, right? You're gonna play E to E. So your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your 6 is a relative minor because they have the same notes. We're gonna play E minor, but let's play G major, and then we're gonna play the minor scale, and you're gonna see that the major's happy, the minor's sad. So here's a major scale. Happy, and then your minor scale. It's dirty, it's sad. And then, so like I said, the reason it's your relative minor is because they have the same notes. So if I'm in the key of G major, I can still play the E minor position, and it's gonna sound great because they have the same notes. It just depends on what note we land on. So if we end on G instead of E, we're in G major, not E minor. But if we play more of E, then we're in E minor like this. So here's your G, here's your E. So if I'm in E minor, I'm gonna land on E. So if I'm in G major, I'm gonna go back to the E. See the difference? They have the same notes. If I'm playing with a band, they say, hey man, like I never played with a band before, and they're like, hey, we're in the key of G major, the progression is 1, 4, 5. Well, in my mind, if you know theory, you know that's gonna be, I said 1, 3, 5, that's gonna be G major, C major, D major. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 is C, 5 is D major. Or, yeah, D major. So, and you can solo. And I like the solo over changes too. little sweep picking. So, like I said, sweep picking's hard. I've always been able to play fast. I've always been able to shred, but sweep picking, it's always been pretty hard. And I've gotten better over it. It's hard muting the strings. So remember when I said if you flatten the third, it becomes from major to minor? Same thing applies to arpeggio. So if I'm playing an arpeggio right here, let's say that's A minor, A major, arpeggio, right? Up to the 5. So you got your 3 notes, arpeggio, or you can, right? To make it minor, we're gonna flatten the third. So we're gonna go. So watch this difference. That's A minor now. It's all about flattening the third. It's all about numbers, flatten, raise, whatever. Crazy Train? And it goes up. I don't remember the rest. Well, I remember some of it, but the intro starts with that little tapping. I'm a shred master. I'm the freaking shred master. I will be back on in about an hour.